Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally doesn't work. Let me get us open for business. And thank you for joining in for this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because things can happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning, so you want to be up to speed with everything that is America's team. And unfortunately, yesterday we got the bomb dropped on us yesterday with Marquez White, an incident that happened last October. I have some questions on the situation, and I know people will say, well, you're just defending the typical Dallas Cowboy criminal. But I'm just saying, hold on a second, because I'm still trying to understand where he was arrested for assault for showing his weapon. Now, I wasn't there. I don't have the facts or anything like that, but I say let's pump the brakes here, because he didn't touch the other person. He didn't point the gun at them. He didn't pistol whip them, so where is the assault? It sounds like there was an altercation, and you know how things can get heated out in the streets. Somebody cuts you off. You've been sitting in hot traffic. Your car's overheating. You want to be someplace on time, and somebody cuts you off. And then you're pissed off and mad and all that. So then you end up, flashing your lights at them, and then you zoom past them and cut them off. And things like that can get heated and escalated really, really quick. And it is possible that the other person said, I'm going to kill you, and then starts reaching for the thing. And he does pull up his gun to say, hey, look, I'm packing, which is legal in Texas. And the reason why you have an open carry is so people know you got a gun and don't mess with you. And like I said, before we condemn them, throw them on out. There have been other times when things have happened that sound bad at first until all the facts come out, and then it turns out, oh, mistaken identity, Lucky Whitehead. Oh, we heard about Damian Wilson running over a person, trying to get a parking space and everything else, and brandishing a weapon and things like that, and boom, everybody wanted to get rid of him, but charges were dropped. So pump the brakes on that just yet before we throw them on out. Let's get the facts straight, because remember, in this country, the last I checked, you were innocent until proven guilty. Let me say it again. Innocent until proven guilty. This could be an important week for our Dallas Cowboys, because we now have 6 days left if we're going to get a long-term deal with DeMarcus Lawrence. 6 days. For them to wait this long to do this, they must have the wow contract in place, because that's not a lot of time to lock up a guy for a 5-year deal. So we'll have to wait and see what happens if this is just semantics and they're just okay with sticking with the franchise tag and just said, well, we tried, but there just wasn't enough time. You'd like to get this thing done and over with if they're going to do something. Let's get it worked out, get it done. But they're supposed to be meeting sometime this week, but the clock is ticking. And then there is Randy Gregory. Again, with that 16th of July date, which is the end of signing your franchise tag players to long-term deals. I believe that will be 60 days since Randy Gregory put in his paperwork about the reinstatement. So it could be any time now. There is some debate. I think Mike Fisher says it went in the 24th, but I could have sworn it was the 16th. Maybe that's when he submitted it and it finally got to the NFL on the 24th. But sometime within the next 13 days, we should know whether or not we have Randy Gregory. Other than that, guys, things are kind of quiet, other than, of course, the rumors of Earl Thomas. Do I need to go into that? Because everybody always says, all you do is talk about Earl Thomas. And there's a reason behind that. It's just one of those gut feelings that I have, that I believe he could take us from being a good defense to an elite defense. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be. But I felt that way last year with Calais Campbell. And some of the same things people are saying to me right now about Earl Thomas, they said to me last year. Calais Campbell, he's old. He only gets 7 or 8 sacks a season. Too much money. Nah. He only has a couple of year windows. Not the best fit. Don't quit your day job because you're an idiot. Runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year, 14 and a half sacks. Could you imagine what this defense could have been like if we had made that move for Calais Campbell? You put DeMarcus Lawrence on one side, Calais Campbell at the other. What havoc this defense could have had. God. It's just a gut feeling to me that believes Earl Thomas could be the difference of a game or two for the Cowboys. This was my point with Vosh last night, and shout out to Vosh and Law Nation. We had ended up going for 2 hours live stream last night. It was incredible. We had so many fans and stuff in there, you just hated to leave. And we had some great discussions and things and different philosophies. And Vosh tried to get me in a corner with Jason Garrett, and sometimes that players don't execute plays and so on. You know, he's a fan of keeping Jason Garrett and so on. But one of the things I had said last night is sometimes a game will literally come down to 1 or 2 plays. You make 1 or 2 plays more than the other guy, you're going to win. Just take a look at the catch, no catch. You make that catch, maybe you win that game. Take a look at Aaron Rodgers in that last play in the playoffs. That one play. If one guy had been able to make a play, if one person had just hit Aaron Rodgers, or if one person had had a little tighter coverage on the wide receiver, or gave him an extra chuck, that's the difference between winning and losing in the NFL. Because you can look at our season, and you can point to about 3 or 4 plays, and that's the difference of being 9-6 and being 12-4. You may say I'm crazy, but it's the truth. A couple of plays every game is all it is, the difference sometimes in winning and losing. And I believe a guy like an Earl Thomas as well as a Calais Campbell can give your team a couple more of those plays that are the difference of winning and losing going down the stretch. Make no mistake, our offense for quite a while, on a yearly basis, scores enough points to make a Super Bowl. Sometimes it's the defense that can't make that stop down the stretch. In the second half that gets tired, that prevents you. Think about it, guys. We scored 30 points twice at home, back to back, and lost both of them. Something that had never happened in the NFL before. You look back at the great teams that we've had in the past. It was the Doomsday defense, the Randy Whites, the Ed Too Tall Jones, the Harvey Martins, the Hollywood Hendersons, the Charlie Waters. Those in-your-face, kick-your-ass defenses that stopped other teams when you needed it. In the 90s, the triplets get all the love. Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman. But what's forgotten is those defenses that were ranked number 1 in the NFL. And that, my friends, is what this team has been missing through the Tony Romo era and now the Dak Prescott. And I believe that a guy like an Earl Thomas can help take you over the top. He knows the system. He knows what it's like to get that ring. He's incredible. And that's why I just won't let that one go. If you have an opportunity to make your team better, to elevate it, you do it. That being said, I got to go get to my day job. So as always, friends, thank you guys so much for the live stream support last night. Incredible live stream. You know, it makes me look forward to Mondays. And thank you guys, as always, for subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. We have 2 weeks and 1 day. Oh, my. Wait a minute. I almost screwed up here. I forgot to put on the other monitor. Hold on. Can't leave just yet. Because we have 61 days, 7 hours. What do you mean no signal? No signal? What do you mean no signal? Anyway, we have 61 days, 7 hours, 45 minutes, and 52 seconds until the kickoff of the 2018 season. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys soon.